Synthetic division is a way of finding factors of a polynomial without having to use polynomial long division. So synthetic division is a little bit easier. And let me show you the method for that right now. So let's say you had a polynomial, a, and we had degree n, so it could be as large as you want, plus b x to the n minus 1, etc., all the way to the n plus, let's just say, y. So you had all these coefficients on the n x terms. You know, if this was a fifth degree polynomial, then you'd have 6 coefficients, because for all of the x's and the constant. And you want to see if some number k, let's assume k is not one of the numbers in this list, k is a factor of this polynomial. Or actually, let me rephrase that, x minus k is a factor. In other words, k is a 0 of this polynomial, if this is the case. So we want to figure this out. So in using synthetic division, what you do is you put k up in a little box here, and you list out all the coefficients of your polynomial, just the coefficients, and you put them in the correct order. What you do need to do is, if you skip any given x's here, because let's say you don't have an x to the third term, you have to put 0 in that spot, just like you do with long division. And then what you do is you just add downwards and multiply by k every time. So the first term is always going to be that first term there, because essentially we're adding 0. You do k times a, you put that here. Then you add these, b plus k times a, and then you would multiply by k and put it here and add down, and keep doing this adding and multiplying until you get a term at the end. And if this is 0, if you have a 0 there, then you know that k was 0 and that x minus k is a factor of this polynomial. If you don't, you know that that wasn't a factor. And anything you get down here as well, that's always equal to f of k. So for example, sometimes if you have a really big polynomial and it asks you to evaluate f of 5, sometimes plugging in 5 would give you huge numbers, and that would be kind of difficult. If you set up synthetic division and use 5 for your k, whatever you get at the end, that would be what you get if you plug 5 into the function. So there's a couple different ways that's useful, and that's called the factor theorem, which we'll get to in another video also. But this is the basics of synthetic division. It can help you find zeros, or it can help you to find out what the f value is, called the factor theorem.